Okay, I got a beef stroganoff in the works. Be working on that today. I got some tenderloin pieces from Snake River Farms. That's how you get them in the package. What I'm gonna actually do is kind of uniform them up. There's a bunch of odd sizes, but I've had these already and they're delicious. So why not in a stroganoff? Gonna rub them with a Traeger beef rub before I. Normally with a stroganoff, you just kind of brown them up and you kind of make the sauce from there. These are going to go on the Traeger for a little bit to get some of that super smoke off of the ironwood, and then I'm going to fry them up and kind of go from there with the sauce, so you can see the flavor that's in this meat. This stroganoff is going to be good. All right, so I got these tenderloin pieces. You can see there's some pieces, they're just different sizes, and I'm going with the beef stroganoff, so I definitely want to get them a little bit more uniform. So I'm just going to cut some of these in half. There we go, right there. And this will go into the Traeger with a Traeger beef rub. We'll get it smoked and then we'll brown it. So this one will go 3 times. So there we go, that's a good one. We'll get uniformed. You can see the flavor that's going to be on that stroganoff. Look at that. That is amazing. So yeah, I'll continue to do this, get them seasoned on the Traeger. All right, time to season these tenderloin pieces. So Traeger beef rub, and it's got molasses and chili pepper with some other flavors in there. This won't be a bad flavor at all for this stroganoff. So we'll get these seasoned up real nice. Get that mixed in. Let it sweat out for a minute. Then I'm gonna smoke these, super smoke on the ironwood before I fry them up and get the rest of the stroganoff going. So that'll work. Okay, the tenderloin pieces are seasoned. They've been sitting for about 30 minutes, absorbing that flavor. But being that these are like small individual pieces, these wire racks are so handy. They're like heating, cooling racks. I can put them right on the Traeger, or I can cool on them. But it allows you to remove them all at the same time, so really handy. So now I'm gonna put these on the ironwood at 200 degrees, super smoke, for a little bit before I start frying them up. All right, these tenderloin pieces have been on for a couple minutes, but I definitely want to engage the super smoke on this ironwood 650. Just trying to get some more flavor into these tenderloin pieces before they hit that stroganoff. So just building flavors. Okay, so I'm building the flavors for the stroganoff sauce. I chopped up some white mushrooms, did a half of a white onion. I got a tablespoon of flour, got 2 tablespoons of butter, and I got minced garlic. That's to your liking. However much garlic you want in there and how much flavor you're looking for. So I'm about to get this fried up and mixed up after the meat is browned. So the tenderloin pieces have been on here for about 30 minutes, 200 degrees, super smoke, so you can tell there's some flavor put into these bad boys, but now we're gonna fry them up, get that stroganoff going. All right, time to brown the meat. I'm gonna put like 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil in here. And then here's the awesome super smoked tenderloin pieces. Just gonna brown them up. I'll probably do 2 different batches. I don't want to crowd this. Get it nice and brown. Yeah. There we go. All right, we'll get these browned and then we'll start the sauce. Tenderloin pieces, you can see all the flavor that's stuck to the pan. That's what's going to go into the stroganoff sauce. All that extra flavor. All right, now it's time to saute the mushrooms and onions. We're going to go with 2 tablespoons of garlic. Look at all that flavor from the beef. We're just going to soften up these onions, try and brown up these mushrooms, maybe 5 to 7 minutes. Get all that in there. There. So you can can see my onions and mushrooms are brown. Got most of the liquid out of there. So now I'm going to get in the minced garlic. Do that for a couple minutes before I add the flour, then the broth. Alright, now we're going to add the tablespoon of flour. Kind of mix it around, stir that up for about a minute or so. Alright, now some beef broth, a cup. That in for a sec. Try and get some of those flavors off the bottom of this pan. That's all it's going to do is add flavor. There we go. You get all that scraped off there. And then about 3/4 cup of heavy whipping cream. Stirred up. Gotta get that, let that simmer for a little bit. Look at that coming together. Man. Okay, now some about a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire. There we go. However you say that. We'll get some salt. We got some ancient sea salt from Redmond Real Salt. We'll get some salt in there and we'll just get this stirred up and let it simmer and cool down. Alright, time to add the beef back to it. So let's get all that in there, bring it to a simmer. We'll get all that in there with the juices. Why not? Get that stirred up and then it will cool. Noodle time. So I got my egg noodles, got some extra virgin olive oil and some salt in this water. Clearly it's boiling. That's the life of the Traeger Ranger. So let's get these egg noodles ready for that stroganoff. Alright, well there's the finished dish. I can tell you the flavor in this is pretty insane. Tenderloin pieces, that gravy, the beef rub, the garlic, the onion, the mushrooms, the fresh parsley. I love fresh parsley. So yeah, about to inhale this beautiful bowl of beef stroganoff.